Welcome to Community Checkup. I'm your host, Stefanie Miller.
And I'm Missy Acosta with Delta Dental of Tennessee.
And we are thrilled to highlight and talk about an organization that's been helping young people, our youth, reach their highest potential.
Yes, and they've been doing it for 40 years, but they are a little known organization, STARS Nashville. We were able to talk with several executives, including Roger Dinwiddie, who helped found the organization. He's been with them for the full 40 years, which is just amazing.
And the services that they offer, we'll be able to share that with you because they really go into the schools and help the students there, right there, kind of at home.
Yes, and it all started with substance abuse and addiction and working with students in the schools. And about 2018, they started realizing there's a great need for mental health support as well. So STARS Nashville has, they have counselors in a number of schools. I think they said 10 different school districts across the 8 counties in Middle Tennessee.
And we get to dive into all of that today on Community Checkup. We'll get a little history, we'll get what's happening currently and what they hope to do in the future. So a lot to come. Stick with us. We'll be right back.
At Delta Dental of Tennessee, we know our success begins and ends with providing superior quality service, and that includes serving those who need it most. This year, we're celebrating 25 years of giving back to the community we call home. Delta Dental, along with our Smile 180 Foundation, supports Tennessee's dental colleges and oral health education, children's hospitals, free and reduced cost dental clinics, and other like-minded charities. Here's to the next 25 plus years of ensuring healthy smiles.
Hi, I'm McKenna at the Nashville Omni Hotel. Come see us at 5 and 10.
You're seeing the signs too, right?
What signs?
For 40 years, STARS Nashville has been offering hope, health, and connection to the youth in this area. To talk to us more about their mission, how they're working now in 2025, and plan to progress in the future, we have the Chief Executive Officer with us. We have Roger Dinwiddie. First off, thanks for your time.
Hey, thanks for doing this. We appreciate being spoken to about what we've been doing for a long time.
And this is a big night for you guys. 40
Yes.
years for serving the youth in this area. How did this get started?
It started because of a dream of some folks who were philanthropists, business leaders in the community, and educators who saw the need to do something about the issue of the epidemic, really, of substance abuse that was taking place during the late 70s, early 80s. So STARS started because of the vision of a couple of guys who said, you know, it's not just that we also want to help kids who are already struggling, but we also want to challenge young people to do things in advance of getting into trouble with substance abuse. So we challenged young people to make a personal commitment to abstinence, support each other in their schools and community, and have some great fun activities to help support that group of people. The other side of it, we also offered things for young people who were struggling with their own issues with substance use, and mostly early on was for kids who lived in families that were impacted by addiction. That's how we started.
So kind of a positive peer pressure.
Yeah, very much so. And those were the
awesome.
words that were used back during the 80s a lot. And we still do challenge those things today, but it's just obviously changed a lot over the course of time.
And speaking of that change, the change from, you know, the drug addiction, our kids today are facing a very different challenge, and that's what you're trying to address. So share with us a little bit about that.
We still don't forget, we still focus heavily on substance abuse, but mental health issues is really where we have been providing school-based therapy since 2015, 2016. where we actually have a full-time therapist on site in schools, and we have 81 schools that we work with where we have full-time licensed staff in the building doing great work. Probably the most important part of that is we have eliminated all the barriers to access for young people to get help, because literally our staff are just down the hall. It's free. We've eliminated transportation barriers and accessibility issues. So, and we work with families as well, kids and families.
What advice would you have for families, for the adults in the lives of these youth? How can we best serve the children?
Yeah, well, don't let them fool you, okay? Because two things. One, they do want our support, okay? And two, they do need to be held accountable. So it's kind of both sides. But in order to do that, you got to maintain connection and be willing to just be quiet. I think a lot of adults have a difficult time just being quiet and listening, because you never know when one of those kiddos of yours is going to pop up and say something that's really purposeful and meaningful and helps you so much by just figuring out, oh my gosh, did I just hear that? Okay, and so that's your moment of teachable opportunities.
I have to ask for you, again, you've been with this program since the beginning. I'm sure you have a group that's been with you just as long. What is it like to look back and reflect on the lives that you've helped?
Oh, man. Well, I think, probably the greatest thing that I get out of being here this long is every year we do surveys and get feedback from kids and from parents. And so probably the greatest thing today is we get hundreds and hundreds of comments about the positive impact. And while the kids' comments are powerful always, there's nothing like a mom, a dad, a guardian, an aunt, or an uncle writing back in a note about the changes that they saw, not only academically, socially in their kids' lives, but also the great things that happen just in their home life. And to me, those are the things that mean the most at the end of the day, is just being able to know that, wow, we've had an impact on generations.
And talking about the impact, STARS Nashville has helped tens of thousands, upwards of 100,000 plus kids.
Correct. Yeah, we get to do this in 230 schools. So because we get to do that, we get an enormous array of student involvement, and also just 8 counties and 10 school districts that we work with.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Do you partner with any other organizations that are working kind of to do the same thing that you're doing?
We work with basically anybody that's, part of the nature of our business is referrals.
Okay.
So we work closely with community organizations in each county we're in. And then STARS and Oasis Center went into business together back in 2008, and we came and moved in together at the Youth Opportunity Center, which was the first of its kind in Nashville, where 2 nonprofits actually did a joint capital campaign and raised the money to be in that building together, because really we had always hoped to have sort of like a one-stop shop for young people, anything from counseling in the building, treatment in the building, to homeless services for young people who are unhoused, as well as food and all those kind of things. And I mean, we got bathrooms and showers and everything in the building for kids as well. So it truly is a one-stop shop.
Roger, we've talked big picture about all the wonderful things you've done. Is there one person maybe that has left an impact on you?
Oh yeah.
And that you could share?
There's one person that we're honoring tonight that passed away way too young, 61 years of age, who was my mentor at STARS, Ed Rogers, who was one of our founding board members, whose daughter is on our board right now, Lisa, who will be accepting the award tonight in honor of her father with her brother as well. Ed Rogers was one of the most genuinely wonderful people that I've ever known in my life. He was also a baseball fan, and I'm a diehard Dodgers fan, as was he. So we got to do Vero Beach and Dodger Town and all those things. Tragically, he passed too soon, but he was an enormous impact on my life.
What a nice night for the daughter that will be accepting that for him.
Lisa's amazing. So we're thrilled that she's going to be up there tonight receiving that award.
Mr. Roger Dinwiddie, thank you so much for sharing the mission of STARS with us. Again, STARS Nashville, celebrating 40 years. Stick with us. We have more information about STARS coming out, and maybe how you can help in the future.
At Delta Dental of Tennessee, we know our success begins and ends with providing superior quality service, and that includes serving those who need it most. This year, we're celebrating 25 years of giving back to the community we call home. Delta Dental, along with our Smile 180 Foundation, supports Tennessee's dental colleges and oral health education, children's hospitals, free and reduced cost dental clinics, and other like-minded charities. Here's to the next 25 plus years of ensuring healthy smiles.
or Java, come see us at the Omni Nashville.
You're seeing the signs too, right?
What signs?
Hi, welcome back to Community Checkup. We're so excited to be here with Sandy Schmall, the COO of STARS. And Sandy, this is a really big night for you guys. How many people are you expecting here tonight?
Tonight we are expecting close to 400. This is our largest event so far. Like I said, this is our third year off doing Farm to Tableau, and will be our largest. We're really excited.
How is it to see that you keep increasing numbers for this fundraising event for you guys, just knowing where that money will go and who it'll help?
It is extremely exciting. I mean, our overarching goal is to help as many young people as possible, and we can't do that without the support, financial support, just people coming out and supporting our mission, and we can't do that without them. So it's extremely exciting that we continue to grow and have more and more people come to learn about all the services that we provide at STARS.
With some of those services, you are overseeing operations.
Yes.
What are some of the things that the organization does helping the kids out there?
So we do a variety of things. STARS, we provide a wide array of services. We have school-based services that provide prevention and early intervention services, doing counseling, restorative practices, as well as school-based therapeutic mental health treatment. Mm-hmm. We also have an intensive outpatient treatment program that works with adolescents 13 to 18. That we host 4 days a week at our STARS office. And then we have a variety of community programs working within the community on opioid prevention, drug and alcohol prevention, riding alongside our first responders to help individuals that are struggling with overdose prevention and misuse, drug misuse.
I know you work with their youth, obviously. Do you also work with their families and get their guardians and their parents in on the mission that you have for the youth?
Absolutely. We can't help a young person without including parents. They're a huge component to the success of our program. So we make sure that we walk alongside parents and that we do everything we can to include them in everything that we're doing. Whether it's just having those early conversations, letting them know about the program services that we offer and getting their buy-in, as well as helping provide them additional resources and supports for the young people that we are serving when that is necessary and needed.
Is STARS Nashville referral based? Or can they reach out to you?
Absolutely. So anyone can make a referral to services. So we receive referrals from parents, from students, from other peers, teachers, counselors. We also take referrals from other community organizations. Ultimately we'll take referral from anyone. Our overarching goal is always just to serve as many kids as possible and bridge that gap.
So one of the things that I've learned about your organization that is just phenomenal, you guys, you're doing a lot of really heavy work, but you are a best places to work location.
Yes, so we have been, I think we're currently one of the 5 or 6 that have been best top place to work for the entire time that the Tennessean has been kind of doing that. I think we may be in our 13th year.
I was about to say, yes.
Is that right?
13 years. That's
13 years. We're hoping for 14. We were number 2 in the mid-size category last year. So it's really exciting because we believe that it's as equally important to pour into our staff and to take care of our staff. As you mentioned, the work that we do is extremely heavy and can be emotionally draining for the caretakers that are working with these kids on some pretty, heavy situations, some traumatic situations. So our staff are there to provide that support. So we want to make sure that we do everything we can to support them. So we do lots of different things throughout the year, just offering them as much support as possible. And I think that that definitely helps and shows obviously through the workplace survey that we do annually.
How do you look at your successes? Like, how do you know the number of, I guess, young kids or teens, youth are successful after your program? How do you look at that?
So all of our young people that participate in our services, in our school-based services will, we obviously get parental consent to provide the services, but then we also have them complete just a short questionnaire at the end of service. That just gives us a little feedback, about, okay, did the services work? What can we do better? I mean, we're always striving to be our best and do everything we can to make sure that we're helping young people, removing as many barriers as possible to provide that support, meeting them where they are. So that's vital. Not only, do we want our staff's feedback, but we also want our parents and our young people's feedback, as well as all of our school-based stakeholders. So we get all of that data, we evaluate that on an annual basis, and then that's what we use. Every summer, because most of our services are during the school year.
Yes.
So every summer we actually plow through that data just to kind of see what are we doing well and what do we need to do better, and then we work with the leadership team to kind of identify those.
I think it's just amazing. We were just talking with Roger Dinwiddie about the evolution of STARS and making it data-based, like you just said, going through that research. It seems like STARS is continually evolving to be able to serve the current needs of the community.
Yeah. I mean, like we added our school-based mental health treatment services in 2016. And we did that because of the significant need based on feedback from our youth and the families that we were serving doing our prevention and intervention services. Much of the time we were making those referrals and there was just a limited access, especially in some of our more rural communities where there's not as many therapists or community providers that were available to help support our young people who are experiencing the most significant need when it comes to mental health supports. So we decided, hey, let's just go ahead, and we're in the schools, we have this relationship, so let's provide school-based therapy that's free of charge and remove as many barriers as possible. So we serve any young person that needs it in the school. All they have to do is just ask.
That is wonderful. That is absolutely wonderful. Thank you so much for all that you do and what STARS does here in the area. It's the whole Middle Tennessee area that you're reaching?
Yes, we serve 8 counties, 10 school districts here in Middle Tennessee.
Okay,
Yes.
This is awesome.
Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Folks, stay tuned. We'll be right back with more Community Checkup and more information about STARS Nashville.
Hi, I'm Joseph Burgoyne, Chef Tornado of the Omni Nashville Hotel. Come see us at Kitchen Notes.
You're seeing the signs too, right?
What signs?
At Delta Dental of Tennessee, we know our success begins and ends with providing superior quality service, and that includes serving those who need it most. This year, we're celebrating 25 years of giving back to the community we call home. Delta Dental, along with our Smile 180 Foundation, supports Tennessee's dental colleges and oral health education, children's hospitals, free and reduced cost dental clinics, and other like-minded charities. Here's to the next 25 plus years of ensuring healthy smiles.
We are joined by Kay Higgs now. She's the Director of Prevention Services for STARS Nashville. You know, she's been in counseling since 2002, but with STARS since 2006. We've heard that this is of no cost to those who use the services of STARS. Do you find that people will reach out more knowing that there's no cost to them?
Absolutely. One of the beautiful things about the services we offer at STARS is, yes, it's no cost, but it takes place at school during the school day which is a huge help to parents who don't have to navigate barriers of transportation or leaving work early. We are there and we don't have to worry about access.
That is great. And I'm looking at your services and the services that you offer. Will you line those out for us?
Oh my goodness, yes. So we have our student assistance program, which is our school mental health counseling supports that serve Middle Tennessee schools. We have our restorative practice assistants. They are the ones in schools that help students navigate the harm they've caused and how they can repair it and have those conversations. It's an alternative way to dealing with behavioral challenges in schools. We have our regional overdose prevention specialists. They are out in the community doing education, prevention, and awareness around the opioid crises. We have our lifeliners that work hand in hand with the regional overdose prevention specialists who are connecting people to support groups like your AA or your NA groups. We have our care coordinators. Our care coordinators work with first responders to get referrals of individuals who may need treatment. We have our Youth Overcoming Drug Abuse, which works with court adjudicated young people, and they provide intensive outpatient treatment services. Yeah, to name a few.
That's a lot.
And our ESAP,
Okay.
which works hand in hand with our student assistance program, but they are doing therapy with students.
So it sounds like you're helping teach them resiliency, but then also teaching them the skills to be accountable for their actions as well.
Yes.
That's incredible to be able to do that. Do you notice that they're also helping their fellow peers? Have you noticed anything like that in the schools?
Absolutely. You know, what's really cool is once one young person has a positive experience, which they usually do, it makes it easier to talk to their friends who are also going through challenges. So it's not uncommon that students will refer other students who can then receive support.
I guess that seems to surprise me because back, I don't know, I felt like when we were younger, we were so private. We didn't really go and ask for that help or say, hey, our friend might need this help. But I feel like we're becoming more and more open to doing that.
Absolutely. I think just when you look at the news, you look at social media, mental health is not a hush-hush like it used to be in my generation. People are more open to talk about it, and it's just a good thing to be able to have those supports in the schools. Yeah.
I know there was, a recent law that passed, so now students cannot have their cell phones out in class.
Yes.
Have you seen a positive change in their mental health with just that step forward?
I don't know if I can really speak to that. Teenagers are attached to their devices. So of course you do get some pushback, but I think once they embrace the fact that there are people there to give supports, right? Usually they will say, I need my phone because if something happens, I need to be able to. But the adults in the schools are there and they're paying attention to what our young people are needing and are able to make those connections.
A couple more questions for your services in that as you offer. You obviously evolved with the times from going to more of a substance-based, though I know opioids is still a big concern, to mental health. How do you look, I guess, what are you looking forward, how are you looking forward to the future and how maybe your services will continue to evolve to make sure that students have all that they need?
I think just by being able to continue to provide the support. Events like this is huge because it gives individuals an opportunity to learn about the work that we're doing at STARS. It gives up the opportunity for people to contribute to the work that we're doing at STARS so that we can continue to provide these services at no cost, which is a huge way to help parents and connect young people to what they need.
That's great. So if people want to help STARS, obviously supporting events like this, but do you have a website that people can go to, maybe donate online?
Yes, www.starsnashville.org.
Okay, that's wonderful. I'm just curious, before we go, You have done the counseling services yourself, and you've been in the classroom, you've talked with these students. Is there one story that you might be able to share with us, something that moved your heart and really keeps you driving forward with the wonderful work that you do?
Absolutely. Several years ago, I served in one of our local high schools, and I remember a student who um, was looking for a maternal figure. She had lost her mom as a kindergartner and now entering those teen years where there are things you want to ask, but you may not want to have that conversation with dad. And somehow we made a connection and we were able to go through some of those challenging, awkward teenage years together. Um, she came to groups weekly and was able to get the supports. Fast forward, she is now a thriving educator in our MMPS schools and often talks about the work and the opportunities that were provided through STARS, and is at a school where there is a STARS counselor. So to be able to tell her students, hey, these were some of the challenges I had. I found supports in a safe space. Go do the same, has been just one of the many stories.
That's
Yes.
a great full circle.
Yes, yes.
And I'm guessing on our website we can see other testimonials as well.
Absolutely, yes.
Kay, thank you. What a blessing you are to STARS and to the students that you help. Thank you for what you do.
Thank you.
You're very
Thank
welcome.
you.
You're very welcome. Kay Higgs, the Director of Prevention Services with STARS Nashville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Carmen at the Omni Nashville Hotel. Come see us at the Macara Spa.
At Delta Dental of Tennessee, we know our success begins and ends with providing superior quality service, and that includes serving those who need it most. This year, we're celebrating 25 years of giving back to the community we call home. Delta Dental, along with our Smile 180 Foundation, supports Tennessee's dental colleges and oral health education, children's hospitals, free and reduced cost dental clinics, and other like-minded charities. Here's to the next 25 plus years of ensuring healthy smiles.
You're seeing the signs too, right?
What signs?
Welcome back. So much that came out of all three interviews there. What really stands out to you, or what kind of pulled at your heart?
You know, I loved Kay's response to the question about that story that really touched her, that student that she remembered having a relationship with, and that full circle moment that now that woman is a teacher in a school, which is just amazing. And she's able to help refer other students or her students today who may need that support. And the work that STARS Nashville is doing is just amazing.
And they love all of their partners. And if you would like to learn more, you can do that by going to starsnashville.org. And the beauty of this is in highlighting STARS, this is not the only organization or group out there doing incredible things. Thank you to all of those who's putting in that extra effort to make sure that our young generation, the youth out there, have what they need and know what they can do, know what the future holds for them.
Absolutely, because that's how kids are going to grow up and really realize their fullest potential.
100%. Oh, that was such a fun show this time around. Thanks for joining us here at Community Checkup. We'll see you next month.